Coast.
All of a sudden the liberals will be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic. I just feel like the U.S., because of the fact that they are the world reserve currency right now.
Yeah.
And there again, this is a complicated topic for people that don't care about economics. Their eyes will glaze over and they'll hate this. But like, they have a huge advantage being the reserve currency because everybody has to get U.S. dollars to do business. So it protects them a bit. And the day that is not the case, which
it seems to be getting close.
It's definitely, it would never been a conversation 50 years ago. Like, it just would not have been a conversation. But ever since the U.S. went off the gold standard and has started to run, like if you look at the deficit now, I looked the other day, I think they're at 36 trillion or something, which there again, that's just a random number to.
I remember it was at 11. Like, it's just bizarre.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So in the 90s, so in the first, 200 years of their existence, I think it went to like a trillion or not even, right? Yeah. It was like 500 billion. And then in the last 30 years,
compound effect.
Yeah.
What about Canada? Our debt?
I've lost track. I don't know. It's probably 1 trillion or something, or anyways, it's awful.
Yeah.
So basically, and this is where governments, like, I believe if I was a politician, that there would be a law, like they would implement law where you could never, ever run a deficit ever.
Or at least to like a max compared to your GDP.
No, never. No. Because they cook the books and they justify all kinds of stuff, right? And, and
I'm surprised actually, like the American guys that wrote the Constitution and stuff like that, and how they set up their government didn't have that written in there
because it wasn't even a concern back then initially.
Well, I know, but still, it
was the wars that did it, right? And war and panic and fear, and we could all extrapolate that on what we will.
Yeah,
politicians get away with murder in those times because everybody's panicking, right? They use these things to, anyways. I sound like a kook, but no, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, hey, buy bonds, right? That's how and if you don't understand the bond market, you're not qualified to give financial advice. People give, like realtors in particular, right? Give lots of financial advice all the time on Instagram.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
Great time to buy a home.
It's always a great time.
Great time to buy.
The best time was 10 years ago, and the second best time is today.
Interest rates dropped. Bye. Okay. Another listener question. Is jewelry earring okay? I was told growing up getting your ears pierced was evil.
Evil? That's a strong word. Is that the word?
I know a lot of people are told it was evil.
Okay, interesting.
Follow-up question. Men wearing chains or earrings. Thoughts? What about wearing a crucifix? Any thoughts on any of these?
No.
I have no problem with jewelry or men wearing chains, whatever.
I appreciate people that I appreciate people that are humble and modest. And I feel like if you're extravagant in those areas, I feel like it could be construed as, flamboyant or whatever, but it's no different than a person that drives a super nice vehicle.
Yeah, like a Ford Lightning. If you had
like a Ford Lightning, right?
Yeah,
like Tool. Who drives a Ford Lightning?
Yeah. Okay. Anything else to say about that?
No, I think even like the cross thing, like some people would consider that blasphemous, and other people would be like,
there's a difference in the cross and the crucifix. Crucifix is what there's Jesus on there. I think that's what Roman Catholics wear, and the cross is just the cross.
Yeah, there again. I mean, man, that was heavy stuff when we were kids, right? That was really, I think the idea of being super reverent is lost today on a lot of Christians. And I think people don't understand, like, that would be the sense I get from even just content you watch. I don't think people really realize
the fear of God,
and the holiness of God. On the same token, I think that a lot of people don't do certain things in their heart's not there.
The fear of God isn't shown in the fact you have earrings or don't have earrings.
No, that's a separate issue. That's like makeup and stuff. That's all because of...
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.